Hello students, welcome to Learner's Planet. In today's session, we will discuss about the further other types of glands which are present in the endocrine system and that are helping in the control and coordination process or the different normal functioning of our body. In the earlier session, what glands we have discussed? You remember? We have discussed about the pituitary gland, hypothalamus, pineal body, thyroid and the parathyroid glands. Now further let us continue with the other glands in our body. See, the one gland that we missed out in the earlier session is the thymus gland, which is present in the upper chest cavity. Right, and this thymus, which is located here, it is of course in pair and is responsible for secretion of the hormone that is thymosin. And thymosin is required, or it is actually controlling the proliferation of the lymphocytes. So it plays a very important role in the process of immunity or the functioning of our immune system in our body. Fine. The next gland which is highlighted here is the liver, but definitely this liver, it is not it is not an endocrine gland. It is the largest gland in our body, but definitely this is not an endocrine gland. But why it is not endocrine? Because it is having the duct and is transporting its secretion, that is bile juice, into the intestine through the bile duct. Right? For the endocrine gland is the adrenal gland. You know, this adrenal gland is of course present in pairs and is located in the anterior part of the kidney. You can see this, there is a pair of kidney here in the human body. This kidney is present towards the dorsal side of our body. You understand what is dorsal side? That means the side which is towards the notochord or the vertebral column. So it is located towards this situation, and at the anterior side, in the inner side, right, anterior and interior side, this adrenal gland is present. You can see the location is here. These are the adrenal glands. Now again, these adrenal glands, they are secreting different types of hormones. It is secreting the hormones which are corticoid, commonly known as the corticoid hormones also. And these corticoid hormones, they could be like glucocorticoid or mineralocorticoid and so on. And these particular hormones, basically they are responsible for regulating the metabolism of sugars or the glucose, then this regulation of minerals in our body. You remember which other hormone is also controlling the similar function? The secretion of the thyroid gland and the parathyroid gland. So adrenal gland is also secreting the hormones which are controlling this type of functions. Besides this, these adrenal glands, they are secreting the specific hormone which are known as a group of hormones known as the androgens. Now these androgens, they are somewhat similar to male sex hormone in its function. That means it is actually developing the male characteristics in the human body or in the living organisms. And of course, in the female, the adrenal gland is present. So in some of the human beings, if this androgen level is high, they may show some of the male characteristics. Of course, in the case of males, the two different types of hormones are there so as to control this male characteristic, and they are the testosterone and the androgens. So in the males, of course, the level of such sexual characteristics, male sexual characteristics, are higher as compared to the females, because in female only androgens can function for such type of characteristics, right? Then comes in the adrenal gland itself, there is a region which is secreting the hormone, which is actually controlling the excited behavior. Got my point? The behavior which is shown in the different or the abnormal conditions. Abnormal conditions, I can say, like which are related to the hyperactivity of our body. For example, when it can express the feelings of a person like joy, sorrow, or happiness, or we can say fear, or we can say like the anger and so on. Depression, these types of activities, right, they are actually the resultant, or they are caused due to the hormone secreted by the adrenal gland. And of course, on one side, when this adrenal gland is secreting such hormone, that is known as adrenaline. On the other hand, another type of hormone is also secreted out, which is suppressing the activity of adrenaline. So it is bringing our body in a normal state again, right? And that group or that hormone is known as the noradrenaline. Fine. Now the next hormone, or the next gland is the pancreas. This pancreas, it is exocrine as well as the endocrine. It is exocrine because it is secreting the enzymes which are transported into the intestine through the duct, right? That is a common bile pancreatic duct. On the other hand, it can serve as endocrine gland also. And why is this so? Because there is the group of cells in this pancreas which is known as the islets of Langerhans. So this islet of Langerhans, they are having different types of cells again. These are alpha cells and the beta cells, right? Alpha cells and these beta cells, they are actually secreting the hormone, that is insulin and the glucagon. And now, after knowing this name, definitely you must be having this reminder that these are involved in the metabolism of glucose. Insulin, it is actually converting glycogen into the glucose. I'm sorry. Um, it is converting glucose into glycogen, right? That means it is increasing the storage form of sugar in our body. If there is a higher amount of blood glucose, right, then the insulin is secreted out, and this insulin will convert, it will activate the body cells so as to convert the glucose into the glycogen, right? On the other hand, if the glucose is deficient, if the level of glucose is very low in our blood, then the glucagon is it is secreted out, and this glucagon is further converting the stored form of glycogen, or the stored form of glucose, that is glycogen, into the glucose. Fine. And this is how the insulin is basically lowering the level of glucose in our body, and glucagon is actually increasing the level of glucose in our body. If suppose there is a deficiency of this if this insulin is not secreted out properly in our body, if it is not there in our body, then what will happen? In that case, the level of glucose will remain high, it is not converted into the glycogen, and due to such reasons, more and more complications will arise. And this type of disease is known as the diabetes insipidus, I'm sorry. So this is how you can see that there are different glands in our body and are functioning in different way, of course in the coordinated fashion, and thus they are serving as an important system of our body. Fine. In the next session we will discuss about the other remaining glands in the human system. So till then, thank you so much, have a nice day, we'll meet you soon, goodbye.